I know.
Good evening, everybody. I am Gina B, and the place to be is here with me and Mama D every Thursday evening from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, usually. Tonight is a very special guest with Mable Katz, and we were only going to have her on for an hour. So we are going to try to cram pack in this hour a lot of information for you about her and what she does in zero frequency. But first, I'm putting this out here. This is going to be my first time putting this out here because I was asked about this so many times. So I'm going to play a little video about PFOX advertising. Hello, everyone. I am Gina Bankston, proud host of The Fox Den with Gina B and Mama D, airing every Thursday evening from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm also going to be doing a few occasional special reports, interview shows with Tiffany Beth. We have some amazing guests lined up. Subscribe on YouTube and watch those ads, as you're not going to want to miss any of our shows, including our pop-up reading shows. Why am I making this video? Well, quite simply because I make all my own show ads and bio videos for my guests. And many of you have asked, can I do this for you too? Well, the answer is yes, and I'm calling this PFOX advertising. I can make you a banner, a picture ad, or a video ad for your products, services, events. Treat your guest special with a bio video ad if you're like me doing your own podcast, or if you're going to be a guest on a podcast and want your own special opening video. You can run your ad on the Fox Den. I can create an ad or run your pre-made ad. You can also be a sponsor of the Fox Den. Packages vary. If you choose to run your ad on the Fox Den, for the shows you book, the ads will be seen and heard live on YouTube and Facebook, as well as our many growing Anchor FM venues. Prices vary for content, duration, type, for various lengths of time. So what are you waiting for? Contact me, Gina B, at gbfoxinvestigates@gmail.com. Talk soon. So that is me putting me out there to do these
That's
ads
right.
because people have asked me so many times about my video ads that I do for my guests, our guests, and they like them. And so, contact me if you like those ads by watching our show. But right now, what I'm going to do quickly is to play the opening video for our guest tonight. And she'll be with us as soon as it ends. Good evening and welcome to the Fox Den. Tonight we have Mable Katz, an internationally acclaimed speaker, author, seminar leader, and so much more. She is the creator of Zero Frequency, a philosophy which helps people enjoy the many possibilities that life has to offer when we return to our natural state of zero. The unlimited state we experience when we live in the moment, present, conscious, free of judgments, allowing our hearts to open to the wisdom that already lives within each one of us. Now more than ever, in the chaotic and stressful times of today, people need a way back to what they really are, and to what they love, to their true essence. But not just any path. He who seeks today need to be presented to the truth in a more practical and modern way. One at the same time speaks to the mind and heart, while also cutting through many of the mental traps and illusions that prevent us from experiencing it. This is what Zero Frequency is. We are honored to have you with us today and to find out more about you in Zero Frequency. Welcome to the Fox Den, Mable. And here she is.
Oh, sorry.
I'm like,
I was looking for the video for Mama D,
Thank
oh,
you, sweetheart.
and I didn't realize. I said, "Oh, they found it," because I'm hearing the music. Yes, so no,
oh,
it was me.
it's you. Oh, well, yeah, we were looking for a video of Mabel with the Pope. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
amazing. So close to him, she actually touched his face. She got a beautiful picture. But she has worked with so many things. Now, her intro video, I had to shorten because there's novels about what
Thank
she
you.
has done and accomplished in her life, and she has had quite the life. And she in Zero Frequency is an amazing book, amazing, amazing. I just read it this week, and it helped me so much. Everybody should get it. And hold on, this right here. So, Mabel, right, this book. Why this book? Why now? Tell us about this book and what it's all about.
Yes. Well, I have a whole story about this book. As you know, I had other books. One of the first things that I would like to share with you is that I'm not a writer. I, I, I,
You
I
never
write.
know.
I write from my heart, yes, and from that need to get to more people. I always said my mission is to wake up people. So I've been trying to write this book for 10 years. Since 2010 that I created the zero frequency trainings, I've been, trying, to write also the book. And it is interesting because everything happened to me with this book, like not feeling up to, writing or finding the time, or because of my troubles, or, whatever excuses. But mostly I didn't have the inspiration really to sit down and write it. And I went through so many editors and things. A lot of things happened. But after I published it, yes, and after I went to the recording studio to do the audiobook, is that I thought, wait a minute, this was a book for now, for what we are going through now. I mean, it wasn't a book for even last year,
Right.
so, it's God's time, not my time.
That's right, and it's so amazing. It was like, when you say you write from your heart, as I'm reading it, I'm like projecting. I'm going, oh yeah, I can see how this is going to be like this, and then like maybe a chapter later or a couple chapters, you say that. And it's like, I get it, I get it. Because I'm in this field and I read a lot of these books. As I was kind of, there's a lot of similarities to a lot of different like methodologies, but completely different in so many others. And
Yes.
so,
No, what I think it's also the most important is you connect with something that you already know.
yeah,
It's that inner wisdom. And I'm not bringing anything like, oh my goodness, I discover
yeah,
America.
yeah.
No, I mean, yeah. So my idea is always give the tools so people do not need me.
That's yeah, right. I know, and it's like, and there's not anything bad about that. It's a wonderful thing. I'm just going to see this here. Did you find? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, you found it?
I
No.
don't.
no.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind. Never mind. All right. She'll keep looking. Go to maybellkatz.com and there's a video page.
I
And
Oh,
did, but do you have any videos on there?
yeah, go to Mabel.
MabelKatz.com, or I put in the chat, I put
You put your
the
link to the YouTube channel, but you still have about quite a
in the
few
first one.
videos.
No, the very first one.
Oh, the
The,
intro video?
the introductory one.
All right, so
Okay.
find that one, and you can do the screen share thing if you can get it.
And I can download. I gotta download it. But yeah, okay.
Wonderful, wonderful. But now this,
So
but
I'm
you're
not here.
with zero frequency, and that's it. It's getting you to zero. And explain what that is.
Yeah. But, well, so first of all, I have to tell you all my work is based on Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono is a very ancient Hawaiian art of problem solving. And the most important is you come back to present, be the observer. The idea is that you don't identify with your problems, your beliefs, or anything. And you can be at peace. You can choose moment by moment to be at peace no matter what is going on around you. And that's the most important. Realizing you are not the problems, you are not your memories, basically. Yes, everything is like the memories that play on the monitor, the programs that are in your subconscious mind that show up in the monitor. So if you can separate from that, yes, again, like I said, you become the observer, it's much easier. Yes.
Exactly. And yeah, and it's just like you have a thing that you say, I'm gonna put this up here too. Right? You can hit this button.
Yes.
And
Yes.
delete.
That's how I define Ho'oponopono. I say Ho'oponopono is the delete key. Instead of talking to the monitor, The monitor looks at you like, what does she want me to do? Yes. But so it is important to know that we have free choice, and that moment by moment, you are always choosing. If you are not doing it consciously, you are allowing your memories to keep replaying. Yes, they are gonna replay and replay
Yeah.
and keep.
Well, yeah. I don't trust someone because this happened to me then. So this person may not have anything to do with what happened then, but that
Exactly.
memory being carried forward is holding you back from having maybe one of the best relationships of your life. So that's the importance of this, is to rid yourself of all of this past nonsense, basically.
Exactly. And not identify, the problem is not the problem, but how we react to the problem is the problem.
Mhm.
That's true. That's
Yes.
true. And it's like, it was just so amazing reading the book. It so helped me with the issues that I'm dealing with right now, even health things, and the ability of letting things go, and saying, in the stories that you put in there too were quite amazing.
Yeah, well,
Real big
and they are all true stories.
Yeah,
I mean, I actually share from experience. I used to be a tax accountant, so I'm still very intellectual. I understand intellects that could think that I talk about nonsense, but my life really changed. I was a very unhappy person. So I always tell people, hey, if whatever you are doing, it works and you are happy, keep doing it. Yes.
right. Now you were all right. So you went from being an accountant, and then you moved and being married, and then you got divorced and took your life back, basically, right?
Yes, and actually, even my kids stay with my ex-husband. It was a totally, completely start from zero,
Yeah.
uh, physically too. But for example, I mean, I already trusted God so much. This was all agreed. I mean, it wasn't because my kids were taken away. Nothing. This was agreed with my ex-husband,
Yeah.
and I thought it was perfect, for everybody, and it was. And the relationship that I have with my kids is amazing, because of that. But many times you think, no, this is not the right thing to do, yes, or this is not for a good mother. I had definitely a mission, a path, and this was part of the agreement we made, all of us, before we came.
Right. Now you've done Peace Works. You've done a lot of
Oh, no, no, no.
and that is with, like, you can keep playing that. That is the video of her with the Pope.
Yeah,
It's okay to play it now.
Yeah, play that now.
okay.
She's done a lot of Peace
It's
Works, a lot of things, and she's met some highly influential
amazing
people.
people.
She's actually been awarded the name, Dame Mabel Katz, and awarded prizes for peace, which we'll ask you about after the
Sure.
video plays. So go ahead, play the video.
Oh, but you started.
This seminar is very beautiful.
Todo puede cambiar la vida.
Te confío, gracias, te amo.
Mabel Katz.
Mabel Katz.
Mabel Katz.
Ella es Mabel Katz.
That's amazing.
You
Okay,
have-
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know how you found the Spanish version.
It's okay.
That's all right. We have some Spanish speaking people, but I mean that's just one of the so many
Thank you.
things.
I really, now that I saw it with you, it is impressive.
It is. I mean, this is.
I mean, well, I've been traveling. I'm gonna tell you a question, or ask a question to the audience right now. A very important question somebody asked me in my beginnings, and it says, "What would you do even if you don't get paid because you love it?" And I don't know. Maybe this was in the year. Okay, I'm gonna guess. 1998. Okay, 1999, and I was a tax accountant, and my answer was traveling the world, sharing with others what had helped me, and that was ridiculous at that time. It was really a ridiculous answer.
but it's not, because
But I always ask people that question because, and I said, and if you hear or something comes to you that is ridiculous, write it down, because you never know. There is a part of us that knows why we are here.
yeah.
So yes, I've been traveling nonstop. I would say from 2008 to March to 2020, and yes, I mean, many countries, many people, many cultures, many languages. It was an amazing journey.
Yeah. Now your book, you have a bunch of books, and I'll put that picture up as well. So you have a bunch of books out there. You've got children's books, and
Yeah.
you've got your Zero Frequency. You've got the Easiest Way books. A lot of things that hopping up and
Ho'oponopono.
Method and such. All those things are out there. So everybody, you hit everybody.
Well, to be honest with you, I love to work with children. And a lot of children, I do have a lot of children that are fun, that follow me. They come with their parents to my trainings. I have done some children's trainings too. And I would like to go more into that, because I think, especially with everything that is happening right now, I think our youth need a lot of help right now, to stay, how could I say that they believe in themselves, yes, and that they don't change. That that they know, to let them know that whatever they know, it is true. You understand what I mean? That they know better than us. They are less programmed, so, and they don't go into the programming. Yes,
we get tainted. The older you get, the more tainted you get. The more
Exactly.
You're not open, that wide-eyed child look. You get closed down and cynical.
Yeah. Some parents ask me, okay, how do I teach my child? I said, that's easy. Because they have less program. I mean, I for example, in Ho'oponopono, we use a lot thank you or I love you to stop the intellect, to come back to present, to give permission for the help to come. And adults say, okay, but how do you say thank you? It's like, oh, I have to do it right. Yes. You tell kids, just say thank you. You are never alone. You can always ask for help. And they said, okay. Okay, easy. Yes.
The stories too, the mother coming over and say, I've never heard my son say thank you so many times.
Yeah. And it's funny, because when I was growing up, for me, my parents brought me up going, those are magic words. Please and thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. But JoJo says, yes, she says, I would love to help people and heal them. That would be wonderful. I mean, what would you like to do, Mama? I mean, I would love to do I could do something full time and just do it,
I have always had the same dream, and it won't change. And it's a huge dream. I want to open a place of healing that anybody can come to, not just those who can pay, but those who can't, so that they can learn about themselves. They can learn about healing, and they can be, try the different modalities of healing, and not just one modality of healing, but every different nationality, whether it's Native American, whether it's Wicca, whether it's, Reiki, whatever it is. I want that to be able to be something.
And it's not a crazy idea. I'll tell you why, because we are going towards that, or at least that's what we should think about. Community, uniting, working together.
Yeah.
We have to, it is very important in the times that we are living.
Yeah.
And you will be surprised, that right here, there might be a lot of people that share that dream and have different talents. Yes, that's the
Yeah.
other thing. For example, with zero frequency, for me always was very important because I stumbled with my passion. I was not looking to change careers. I had an
Mhm.
amazing profession. I was already working part-time and making good money. Why would I want to change that? Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about 20 years ago.
Right.
But it wasn't my passion. It's not what I would have done for free.
Right. Yeah.
Right. But now
Um,
you say too, though, a lot of these things, the things that you've gone through, you had trust and faith in God.
Wow.
That. Now,
I was, Gina, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to tell you this. I was going through all my changes, close to my 40s. And one of my bosses in the CPA office said, Mabel, maybe it's the midlife crisis you are going through. And I look at him and I said, this is midlife crisis. I'm loving it. I
There
am
you go.
happy. I am happy for the first time in my life.
right. But you had like trials, tribulations. Tell us
Sure.
about your well, you had a radio show, you had a television show. You
Yeah.
sunk a lot of money into a television show. So explain, what happened around that, why
Yeah.
you did it, and why
Oh,
you
that's an amazing story that I share in that book. Yes.
yeah.
I don't know if you want me to go through the whole thing because
Yeah.
it's a lot.
It's
So
a great story. It really is, and I think it's a good foundation for you.
yeah, so I had this thought, yes, and I said, okay, if I have to do another season of the TV show, I said to God, okay, I need a sign for this, yes, show me a sign, yes. So because I just know things, but it's not like I
Mhm.
see or I can hear. So I gave God an idea, and I said, okay, if I have to do the show, if the contract from the TV station comes in, I'll sign it. That will be my sign that it is right for me to do. And if not, do something that I never received that contract. Yeah.
Right.
But God found a better way. It came through who was my Ho'oponopono teacher that was meditating, and after he finished, he came to me and he says, I need to talk to you. I heard divinity telling me very clearly, tell Mabel that it's okay to do the show. And
Nice.
I look at him like, I mean, he didn't say, I didn't ask him to ask. I didn't tell him I was thinking about doing the show, nothing. So I went all the way. I put a lot of money. We rented a mansion here in Los Angeles. I had a whole TV daily, half an hour show or an hour show. I don't know. I mean, it was amazing. And everybody got paid. I had my savings, but a month later, no one penny, even though I went, I knocked at doors and everything. And so I asked my teacher to meditate and check for me if, what was going on, like if I was doing it right, or whatever.
Right.
And he comes back and he says, whatever you had to do, spiritually it is done. He says, I hear it's done. If you want to leave the TV show now, you can. And I look at him like, now, after all the money that I put, I said, I'm sure the money is going to start coming, yes? So I go for another month, and that second month, I got into debt.
Right.
So the first, it was my money, okay, whatever. But then I got into debt. And I actually had confirmation of what I said. I mean, it was spiritually correct for me to do that. Yes.
Yeah.
For example, now people say, why do I charge for things that are spiritual? That this should be for free. You know how much money I put into my path?
Yeah.
How many seminars I took and I paid, and how many hotels, and and
Yeah.
meals and travels.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
Of course.
and everything comes back, everything
Yeah.
comes back because the universe is always observing you. But yes, again, I always tell people it's not that because you become spiritual or you practice what I teach, now you're going to separate and leave your kids and leave your career. That's
Yeah.
not, it's
No,
not,
that's your path. That's
that
what
was,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was my
But
path.
that's what
I
needed
got-
to happen. Right.
and
That is what needed to happen.
like it was my path to be married for 20 plus years with somebody that it wasn't. But you understand, the universe is perfect. I had to go through the roller coaster, I had to go around to be able to come back to this, because I remember when I was a child, I believed. When I was a child, I knew I could have anything I wanted. I mean, I just knew that. But then, I married somebody who was very intellectual, very much afraid of future. So you had to save for the future, and material things were very important. And I went into that roller coaster, and I was not happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I lost total confidence in myself, whatever. And but that was part of the path. Yes, we all have our own stories.
Exactly. Yeah, I've been up, down, that roller coaster myself. Highest of highs, lowest of lows. Great house, no house. All those things. It happens. That's life.
Well, one of the things is I tell people I still like material things, and I cannot complain of my life in the material side, but I don't depend on that. I don't do it for that. I don't work for the money. I don't need. Many times I said to God, "You are too nice," or too good. I mean, because I don't ask, I don't set goals or anything. I just know what I will have, what I need when I need it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's that faith, and that a lot of let go, let God. Now that doesn't mean, and you explain this several times in different ways too in the book. When someone says let go, let God, it doesn't mean you give up on everything. It doesn't mean you let go of your dreams, your ideals, your goals, or your things that you've set. It's a mindset. It's a philosophy that you're going to live by. Trust that what's going to happen is the right thing that's going to happen for you. And if it's meant to be, it will be.
And Gina, what happened is what my experience is, yes, God always has much better things for us than whatever we can imagine or think or visualize or whatever. That is my experience. I would have never imagined this. I was not planning to leave my career.
Yeah.
It was my letting go and letting God, actually, that brought me to where I am today.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I've had, a lot of people say, well, I don't believe in God. It's like, you don't have to. You do not have to believe
It's
in God.
God is a word. What you have to believe in is the feeling, what you know.
I found it. I became a believer when I found it inside myself.
Exactly.
And I know everybody has it, but call it a more intelligent mind than yours. Call it whatever.
There's
Exactly.
a source out there that is more powerful than you, and believe it.
I think one of the most important things is to know that the power is in your thoughts. Yes.
Mhm.
So whatever you think, you can create. If you say I can, you can.
And you can't.
You say,
Yes.
okay. Now, one day I asked myself, and I said, if everything is thought and everything has to be like even this water, yes, somebody had to think about this water, to make it, to manifest it. I said, who thought of the human body or the flowers or the
Mhm.
ocean? You understand what I mean? We are so arrogant to think that we know or
Mhm.
that we are it,
Yeah, no.
Yeah. How many
No.
times have I said that, Mama? Those exact words.
Too many times.
Arrogant to think that we're the only ones in the universe and the only ones that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's something that we have to get really soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so true. That is so true. Oh my goodness. I'm like, I want to ask you so many questions, and I'm not used to doing an hour show. I'm really
Okay.
on.
I'll stay a little bit longer.
Oh, I love you. I really do. I really do love you. And I do hope all you people see the book right there, Zero Frequency, and check out her webpage, mamakatz.com. Put that up there on a banner, Mama. Now, why do people seem to get stuck, though, in the past or the future?
Well, I think it's an addiction. The past is an addiction, and maybe the future too. But for example, we keep replaying in our minds all the things that went wrong, all the mistakes, all the things that were done to you. You don't forgive, and suddenly you don't realize that you are hurting yourself when you don't forgive, and you don't let go of the past, and you keep replaying. So I think that I always say this: it gets to a point in your life that you love yourself enough that you decide not to hurt yourself anymore. So, for example, from our point of view, forgiveness is an inside job. It's not about going to tell anybody you forgive them. It is that inside job that every time that you remember or that comes into mind, you don't have that reaction, the anger or whatever. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important that you realize that again, it depends on where this takes you. Yes. And that you actually have another antenna and you can change stations, and perceive things in a different way, get answers that you never thought, possible, or solutions that, you never thought possible. So that's where you want to come from. And again, call it whatever you want it. But we all have that connection with the whole universe, God, nature, that is definitely more intelligent than us.
Absolutely. And it's so great that, if you are teaching children this from the get-go, we need that. We really do.
Yes. I love it. I mean, you say that and it's like my heart wants to go out of my body.
Right. Well, it's so true. They are our future, and
Yeah.
and the world is such a crazy place right now, and we are in such social dilemma at this point.
Well, I have Maluhia. I have Maluhia, the Happy City. This is a way of teaching. My children's book are for children, but are for adults too. My adult students buy them for themselves. Yes. This is all 26 stories that actually are true. Yes, they are based on true stories. Let's put it that way, because what it opened my mind. The stories that my teacher, Dr. Ihaliakala, told me, that they were so weird that opened my. That's what made me more humble. Those stories, to listen to the stories that he would tell me, that you would think they were science fiction, but opening up my mind. But my first book was The Easiest Way to Grow. And my favorite, I have many, but my favorite, it's this one.
If I hit this, will she get bigger?
My teacher, Dr. Ihaliakala, had a teacher.
Okay.
There you go. See? Okay. So my teacher had a teacher, Morna Simeona, that when she was little, she was afraid to cross the street. And she would ask for help, and she would see a hand coming down from heaven and crossing her.
Wow.
So I always tell people that hand is there for us. Always.
Now we're all messed
up. But you have to there you go. But you have to ask for it.
Yeah.
So we have to remember, you have to ask for the help, because you have free choice. So you could choose to suffer, and it's okay.
And so many people do. They just love to wallow in the suffering. And it's like the pandemic is feeding that.
Yes. And so I'm going to show you another one, because I think it's very important. Well, two more, if you don't mind.
No,
that's fine.
Okay, one is, I told you the stories were kind of science fiction, okay?
Yeah.
But this one represents, I think people can see it, yes?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So my teacher says that one day he hears like a noise, so he tunes in, like he used to say, to see what it was, yes? And he sees that, and he says that it was God in a rocking chair. So he asked God, "What are you doing?" And God said, "Well, nobody talks to me. So because everybody rather talk to, their friends, or I don't know, the neighbors, the psychologists." He says, "So I have a lot of time, and I keep creating galaxies,
There you go.
and things like that." So very important. Please, God is there for us always. You can always ask for help, and the help will come.
I talk daily. He gave me a love tap that I will never forget. I said, if he
Mm-hmm.
exists, then he would shut my mind up like a little child, sit down the couch, and boom. It was like an iron curtain. Came over, my eyes were wide open. It was totally pitch black. Yeah,
Beautiful. So the other one is this one, and I'll tell you what this represents. You can see.
yeah, picking the flowers.
Yeah. There was a student in California that used to come to all the Ho'oponopono trainings, and she could talk to things. Yes. So one day she was an accountant, and she comes and she says, "Mabel, I quit my job. I'm gonna open a flower shop." And I said, "But Christine, do you know anything about flowers?" And she says, "No, but I know I have to open a flower shop." So the next training she comes and she says, "I open the flower shop and I go to the flower market with the list of all, the orders or whatever, I know that I need. And when I get to the flower market, I ask the flowers who wants to come with me. And the flowers raise their hand, you know?
Oh, nice.
And she says, "But sometimes some of the flowers that raise their hand, they are not on my list." She says, "But I trust and I buy them anyway." I'm driving back to the store, I open the door, the phone rings, and they order those flowers. So why am I telling you this? I know we are totally off topics here.
That's fine. No, there's no such thing as topics. We go wherever.
We really are.
No, but this is what I love about the universe. Yes, but
Everything for a reason.
no planning. Yes.
Yeah.
So you know why I'm telling you this? Because, like you said, in the times that we are living, it's very important that you know that you have a gift, that you have a unique talent, something that you can do, and you're not lacking anything to do that. People think, "Oh no, then I'm gonna go to university to learn about flowers." Yes, or things like that. We all have unique talents, and we all have something important that we came to do.
Yep.
So it is very, very important that you trust yourself and that you find what is it, that you would do even if you don't get paid, that is easy, that people tells you, "Oh, you do that so well," and they always give it to you to do, and you think, "But that's easy. Anybody can do it." No, not anybody, not everybody. For me, that is the most important, because we need to become happy people. And that's why the children have to know this. Yes,
Yeah.
not be waiting to be happy.
Yeah. And not have to, live the lives that we did, those roller coasters. Maybe they'll still have a roller coaster life, who knows? But if they have that embedded in them to start, then it could be the difference between, a shorter happy life later on, or a complete full happy life.
Yes. For
our kids.
That's why when I wrote this, I said I put there in an audio everything that I realized that it changed my life, and I thought I have to tell children that they can be happy now. They don't have to go through, like you said, the roller coaster.
Yeah.
And then you also went to, again, I'm kind of like, I have a million questions written in front of me. But
yes, no, whatever. We go with the flow.
Shiny moment.
You've done, like you said, these seminars and these talks all over the place. You went to a women's prison.
Yes.
And that was an amazing story, too. And
yes.
I think that one needs to be.
Well, my first experience, that was, imagine, I was going to, they offered me the possibility, and I said, "Yeah, let's go." Yes. And as we get there were some people that were coming with me, And they asked the person in the prison, and I said, what kind of women? Because they told me probably it's the people that are innocent, they are there by mistake or whatever, yeah?
Yeah.
Or they wrote something. And no, when we get there, the person in the prison tell us, no, there could be, I don't know how to say it in English, but well, let's say Mark from the narco, whatever, there could be people that kill people, and
Right.
so anyway, I am thinking, what am I gonna tell these women? They are gonna say, who does she think she is, But first of all, they weren't already. It wasn't mandatory for them to be there. So when I got there and the room had, I don't know, over 100 women there, I felt that was a women's conference. I wasn't in a prison. I mean, that was a women's conference. And the first thing that came out from my mouth, but believe me, this is not something I could have planned. I told them, this is a spiritual retreat. I say, you don't have to go to the market anymore. You don't have to cook. What are you going to...
So true.
And do so many things that you had to do. What are you going to do with your time? I said, this is your time. This is your time to connect with God. This is your time to write. I said, it wouldn't be the first time that a bestseller comes out from somebody. I said, and because I shared some stories with them and I saw them looking at each other like they knew it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That's the key right there. They knew it. They knew it.
So
reading the book, it's just
because then I went to other prisons and I went to men's prison. Every time I went to a prison, I was taught things from the Bible. I was mentioned other spiritual teachers. I mean, they knew. They knew. Yeah. So anyway, so I said, listen, what do you talk about? Do you talk about what happened? No, this is what you have to talk about, So anyway, it was an amazing experience for myself. I always learn. I had, in Colombia, they put me in this patio with all the clothes hanging, and it was like their break. So everybody was there. Not everybody chose to come and sit and listen to me. But everybody was there, but at one point they all got up, and I said, "What's going on?" And they said, "They are gonna count us. Don't go. We are coming back." They told me, "Don't go."
Oh,
so we waited, and more of them came back. But I mean, some of the men cried, and things. I mean. I love that. To be honest with you, that's the kind of work I love to do.
Yeah.
Definitely I do my seminars. Definitely, I get paid to do it. But those things that I do for free,
yeah.
I mean, and you get to, and again, and I learn, they teach me, they tell me whatever you are saying is in the Bible, and in Argentina, somebody asked me permission to read me the Bible. And then for sure I say, yes, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes there are so many things that we want to do that we do automatically, and we don't think that it's a big thing. And somebody who sort of reminded me of it is, I listen. When people need to talk, I listen. And I don't have a judgmental mind. I will give you my opinion, and what I do is I show you both sides of the fence. If you do this, you get this. If you do this, you get this. And I do that because that's what I do.
I love it.
And it's not, and like people go, well, you don't charge for it? No, I don't charge. It's just yes, maybe I should, but I don't, because it's what I love to do.
I was going to say, Mama D, it's a good listener, mm-hmm. To be a good listener is a talent. Not everybody can.
Yeah. No.
Yes, you should charge for it. Yes.
I don't know how. Well, eventually I might, but for now.
It will open up. It will open up. But as people are coming and asking you,
yeah,
hey, put it down. And then when they pay it, you go up.
Yeah, because I've always been in the service industry,
Yeah.
All my talents are service related, whether I'm doing carpentry, whether I'm doing artwork, painting, plastering, tiling, whatever, decorating boxes for Vortex, whatever it is, it's a talent. And
Yeah,
that's what I do. I'm an artist, right?
exactly.
Put all that out there. Just because it's something I do, that means I shouldn't charge for it?
No,
No.
no,
No.
no, because otherwise, Mama D, they don't get it. But
Yeah,
they don't receive it because actually they are not getting it from us.
yeah,
No, so there has to be an exchange, and that's something that we need to learn. So when I say, what would you do even if you don't get paid? Not for you to do, we all do it for free in the beginning.
yeah,
Yes. But not, the idea is not like you do it for free for the rest of your life.
yeah,
Yes, you
no,
prepare yourself, you invest, whatever. Yes. But no, the idea is, yes, you can make money because that's your talent. That's what you came to do.
yeah.
Right.
It is an exchange of energies, and it's kind of funny. Somebody offered to pay me, and I said no. I did this for out of the goodness of my heart, just because I do. He sent me about 10 pounds of chocolate because I'm a chocoholic. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to argue with that. I'll take chocolate.
But I would encourage you to do it, really, because they will get even more. Really.
Mhm.
You think you are doing a service, you are helping or something, but if there is not an exchange, some people, when I do the trainings, they ask me, what about barter? And you
Yeah.
try things. And I said, it's better if they pay you and then you pay them back, whatever, but that exchange thing, that
Yeah.
recognition, it is important.
Yeah. And the other thing I say, you go to a grocery store, and because you buy 2 cartfuls of food, you're going to say, oh, well, I spent all this money. You should give me the steak for free.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
like
You
everything.
have 12
It's
heads.
like
It's like, no. You want something, you pay for it. You pay for readings, you pay for, spiritual advisories.
Well, I was quite pleased with the chocolates because I was like,
that's good. But for next time, chocolates and money.
there you go.
There you go.
Yes,
Gold. Pieces of 8.
there you go.
Now I'm gonna kind of change the subject up a little bit here. If someone that you live with is sick and going through major health issues, how do you not worry about them?
Okay. So the first thing is to realize that worrying doesn't do anything. I mean, if you want to help, don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you are worrying, you are not letting go and letting God, for example. Yes. And the only one that can heal is God, or whatever you understand for that.
Mhm.
So the idea is, for example, in Ho'oponopono, we say, I'm sorry for whatever is in me. Yes. We take responsibility, no guilt. Okay. What am I responsible? If that person is in my life, I have common memories. Okay. If somebody has a problem, the problem is in me. Because, again, everything is like the monitor. That doesn't make us guilty or sinners, but it makes us responsible. So what am I responsible? I don't know what it is, and I don't need to know, like little children, okay? I don't know why that person is like that. I don't know why that person is mad at me. I don't know why they insulted me. I don't know why they got sick, whatever, yes? So when I do that, when I take that responsibility, when I let go, God can transmute. And when whatever gets transmuted or erased or cleaned, like we say in Ho'oponopono, it gets erased from everybody. So if I want to help somebody, I better work on myself. What is it in me? And very important, you cannot do it with expectations. I don't know what is right for that person. Okay? Because that person also has free choice.
Yep.
So it is very important. And with everything that we are going through, I'm going to share something. While I was writing that book, my mother transitioned, and I shared part of what I learned with her transition that for me was so important. She would tell us, please let me go, because she said, and she was really fine, but she says, you are holding me back. I finished my work here on earth, she would say, and you guys are holding me back. So, for example, if they are sick, we have to give them permission. We don't have to be selfish. The other thing is, if they go, first of all, realizing we are not this, yes, and we don't go that far, and that death is not what we think it is. and it's very important that we don't cry for them. Really, it's not good for them. It's not good for us.
Yeah.
So I think it's important that we realize. Again, this is a spiritual awakening. Yeah, we are going through a major. Not everybody will choose to wake up, but this is what it's all about. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's so important, like we said, like we are not the only ones on the universe, and things like that. It's part of all this awakening of realizing who we really are and the power and everything that was negated to us, because we are very powerful people. Yeah. So as we were into engaging with fear and things like that, it's like we lost our power. We are totally disconnected, but it's time to reconnect, to remember who we are, to become children again.
Yeah.
Right. Hence the zero frequency again too. It is. It's just like kind of, it's starting with a fresh, clean slate.
Exactly.
That you
moment by moment.
Yes. Yeah. And it's not forgetting everything. Again, that's not it. You're not just, bypassing everything that happened. Right? It's just, all right, that happened. File it. Now we're going to do this. And this is how we're going to.
Yeah. Like we were talking about letting go of the past.
Yes.
The past is gone.
Yeah. And it's you have to read it so many times before you get it, like, oh, I get it now. And it's like you can say it and you can say it and you can say it. And then by the time you get to here, they'll understand it.
Yeah.
So, repetition is a good thing. And the book is amazing. Can I just say it's amazing? Because it really did. I was going through a lot of shit this week. It really was. And then yesterday it really hit the fan on me. And I was in such a great place up until that point. And then, I was like, oh no, so I'm fresh at this.
You can always or just open a page and you are going back there.
Yeah, exactly. So and that's what I need to do. Like I said before to you before the show, I said I read these books for the show, but this is one I'm going to read for my leisure and for my life.
Thank you.
Again and again.
Yeah.
Because again, what is pertinent to you at the moment is what's going to pop out at you, and there's so much in this book.
And different ways of doing it. Yes, in many of the chapters, you have different ways to connect to zero, to come back, and you will find something that will resonate in some moments or others, or you will remember. It says, okay, I need to breathe. Oh, I need to go for a walk. Oh, I need to hug it. Or I just have to say thank you.
Yeah, and because of that too, like the health things, the chapter on the girl that had the bumps. And I was like, okay, so thank you for being with me, but it's time for you to go.
Yeah, that was Wayne Dyer's daughter.
Right.
Oh,
okay. Wayne Dyer's daughter. Yeah.
There is a video. I put it in my YouTube channel. Actually, we put it with subtitles in Spanish there. It's an amazing story. She says that when she was little, she has some bumps in her face, and for years, and they took her to so many doctors and everything. So the last doctor they went, it was in Hawaii. They were on vacation. And I think the parents said, but because the doctor says the treatments are very harsh, and she will not be able to be in the sun and things like that. So the parents said, well, maybe you can talk to your bumps. Yes. And I think she was only 5 years old. So she thought, well, now when she saw it, she was a young lady, beautiful. But this happened when she was only 5. And she said, well, at 5 years old, I thought my parents told me I could talk to the bumps.
Exactly.
My parents told me, yes. Right. So she says at night, she talked to the bumps and he said, well, I thank you, I love you, but it's time for us to part. You will have to go or something. And she said that 2 weeks later, she touched her face and she couldn't believe they were gone. And nobody could believe it in the house, the family. What did you tell them? What did you tell me? She said, no, my secret. And then when she grew up, she told them the secret. She says, I love you, but we have to part. It's time for us to part.
Right. And yeah, I think, like I was doing that. I was doing that with my dog. My dog's been sick. I'm like, I love that,
Yeah,
you're here. This is what's happened, but it's time for you to go. And,
yeah.
and I think you can do that too with your own health issues and whatnot. It's like, thank you. Maybe, all right, so I couldn't walk for a week, so thank you for letting me realize that I should have gratitude, which is a big, huge thing. Gratitude that I do have my two legs, that I can walk. And if it was painful, okay, so you brought me back to the realization that I have gratitude that I have two legs, but now this pain, please, you can leave.
Yeah, you give permission. Well, sometimes I show it this way. Look, a problem. What we resist persists. Yes. So
Yes.
let's say this is the problem. And it could be a health problem. It could be a love problem, money, whatever. Yes. So whatever you resist persists. If you talk about the problems, you are resisting. If you are telling people about, how you are a victim and look
Repeating
what
it,
happened to you,
Yeah.
you are resisting. Yes. Whatever you do, you worry about it, how you are gonna do it. But if you say thank you or I love you to the problem cannot do anything.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's always you letting go, always putting some distance, always observing, not identifying with that. You are not that.
Yeah. Don't feed it. Right. So yeah, and that's the whole point of this book. That is why this is such an amazing, amazing thing. Now I want to skip into another subject again too.
Okay, before you do, I'll get my 2 cents in. For everybody who's listening to the show or who is in the chat room, I have put the links to Mabel's Facebook page, her YouTube, and her website. So go there, just push on them and just go and check it
I
out.
also have zerofrequency.com if they want to know more about zero frequency and the book.
Okey-dokey.
Thank you. Thank you, Mama D.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you have to get the book. You just have to get the book. It will change you. There's no doubt about it that it will change you.
Thank you.
But
I would like to say, like I said in the beginning, I think it's important. I'm not a writer. I just share my heart.
But that's what I love about it, because it does. It touches you, and
Simple. All my books are very simple to read too.
yeah. Yes. And they make perfect sense, and you do a lot of aha moments, and again, it's things that we do know, but it's things that we need to be not so much retaught, but refresh.
Yeah. I always say I'm not teaching anything. I'm reminding you.
Yeah, and you go through, like, you talk about fear, face every
Yes, being well.
You talk about I love the crab story, and about the three mindsets and everything. Like I said, I'm not used to doing an hour show. I'm like trying to cram in so much information.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I'm staying a little bit longer.
But talk about the crabs in the bucket.
Okay, so that's a very important one, because that's kind of what we humans do, yes? So if you put a crab in a bucket, the crab gets out of the bucket. But if you put many, none of them go out. Because if one tries to go, they will all pull their legs and say, no, look how nice. Look, and it's exactly what is happening right now to us. Yes, everybody goes that way, and we say, "Oh, yeah. No, but why are you gonna complain? No. Why are you gonna inform yourself? No, why you are? No. Look. This is okay. Yes, where we are. So it is very important that you are willing to be different. That you don't care about what other people think of you. Yes, that you make a fool of yourself. That you're gonna get names or whatever. You have to know in your heart. You have to be so sure in your heart that those things don't affect you.
Right. And don't let those people, those crabby people around you that are wanting here. Don't let them keep pulling you down there.
I think there is one that I didn't put there. I'm not sure now. But did I put the one from the frogs? The ones that go into okay, so the frogs are jumping and everything, and there are two that fall in a hole, a deep hole. So there is one of those that starts jumping and trying to get out, yes, of the hole. And but the ones that are up there looking at them, I said, don't try, it's too difficult, you cannot do it. And this one keeps trying and keeps trying and keeps trying, and the other one says, forget it, you won't be able to get out, or something like that. But he keeps trying and he gets out of the hole. So when he jumps out, he looks at them, at the one on the top, and he said, thank you for encouraging me, because he could see only this, just
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do.
So they look at each other and they said, encouraging? Yeah. And then he says, he's deaf.
That is amazing. I love it.
They were saying, don't even try. But because he was there, he thought they were saying, jump, come, you can do it.
Oh my God.
That's cool. But it's true. When everybody, and I always say this, when everybody around you saying, oh, I had this conversation yesterday with a young man. Everybody is telling you, everything is just so smooth. Why are you trying to rock the boat? But he knew, and everybody else, well, for me anyway, that I look forward to failing because it means I'm stepping out of my box. The frog was not looking forward to it, but hey, it's like he was jumping and failing. And then when he finally got out, it made all that work worth it. Mm-hmm. And this is what we have to do, is we have to stop listening to everybody's naysayers. Plug your ears up, don't listen to them, and just see some of their actions will encourage you. So it's like,
so for me, it's more listening to my heart. For example, if you ask me, how did you change from being such a close-minded person, because I started doing what it felt good, not what this was telling me that it was right.
Listen to your heart, always.
So it's very, very important, especially in the times that we are living.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and on that note too, your piece works.
Yes,
you've done quite a bit. You were awarded some pretty amazing awards. So talk about that.
Well, I was in Israel actually, and I received what we call a cleaning tool in Ho'oponopono. It's the fleur de lis, and that kind of developed into a world peace campaign that I call "Peace Begins with Me," with each one of us. Yeah. Peace within is world peace. I think it's so important we realize that nothing will change unless we change. Yeah, and we have to keep stop waiting for something to happen or to change. That's the thing. We need to change. When you change, everything changes. So yes, I developed some products that help us to do the Ho'oponopono cleaning 24/7, things like that. But the most important is that that the fleur de lis also can help you to work on memories that you are not even aware that you have. And you can make a big difference doing it.
Well, we certainly try.
We do.
So basically, you can just say, I put the fleur de lis on the situation or something, and it helps you, like when we use the thank you or the I love you, again, to come back to your center, to be aligned, with the whole universe, and it will surprise you how solutions come from nowhere, people change in front of you, people that you never thought possible. Things start happening to you instead of you always pushing.
Yeah. So what is it? What's the basic differences between zero frequency and
Ho'oponopono? Okay, so I'll tell you, there is and there is not. What happened in zero frequency, I created it to be able to talk more to the intellect about Ho'oponopono. Because Ho'oponopono is more for the subconscious mind. So I wanted to create something that would give me the opportunity to tell people the things that help me to live a more conscious life, to be able to be at peace no matter what is going on around me, that help me to trust more, to let go more, to practice more Ho'oponopono. So all my work is based on Ho'oponopono because it's the only thing that I practice. But there are a lot of things that you can do to come back to zero that will bring you, and then you can go into the thank you, the I love you, or so many tools that we have. But I think I wanted to give more experience, and because for me it's very important people become happy, and for that is very important that people knows their purpose.
Yes.
That they know why they are here, that they use their unique talents and things like that. So that's something that I had to create something to be able to share with people, to inspire them to go that route. Jobs are kind of gone. And this is like a new era where we have to really connect with those talents and create our own thing, And I've been saying this for so long, but now that I'm telling you this, with everything, the way it changed, the way that people now are more home and they kind of accepted the things of working from home and everything, more to my to confirm this, yes, that this is the way. So everybody has to trust themselves, know they are unique, they have unique talent. What would you do even if you don't get paid? It could be the start, because I always say passion is your compass. So if you start following, believe me, you are going to have money, resources, everything that you need. But you have to trust. So that's why I created Ho'oponopono. It's a way for me to connect, to go using the Ho'oponopono tools. You can get there. That's what it brought me, yes? But I think intellects need a little bit more.
Well, yes. Because it's like, I have to be like this. Just step to the side a little bit, have a little bit of an open mind. And you do say too that you deal with the subconscious, the conscious, and the
exactly. So Ho'oponopono, the seminars of Ho'oponopono are actually geared more to the subconscious mind. Yes. But I needed to be able to get the intellect some experiences, yes, processes, working one-on-one, in groups and things like that. So, and creating all that experience for the intellect. Because you have to convince the intellect to let go. It's not that,
not an easy job.
Let go.
Yeah. I mean, because it's for everybody. It is a feel-good book. When you do read it, you will be smiling. I felt.
Thank you.
I really felt.
I really appreciate it. Many people told me I really went to zero reading it.
You do, and you say I don't expect you to do that either. Because it's a process. But you do,
No,
and certain things will be like right here. Bang,
no,
bang.
and it's moment by moment because the memories are playing all the time. You are thinking all the time. You are reacting. So the thing is, if you are conscious, you can choose to come back to zero moment by moment.
Yeah, and it makes perfect total sense on why you need to do that, and to start over. So what would be the because we are coming down to the end here. What would be like the main thing, the main takeaway that you want our listeners to know about you and this?
Ho'oponopono.
Well, first of all, if I did it, anybody can do it. Okay. I was a very, again, close-minded person. I was a perfectionist. I knew I was perfect. So, and I was always right also. So
I got a couple of those in my life.
so I had all the characteristics, because we Argentinians are very intellectual people, very highly educated, too much education. I'm Jewish. I don't have to describe that one. I'm Virgo for the astrologers, and I'm an accountant. I mean, so I had
Hello, there's a box.
So if I was able to really learn to say I don't know, anybody can, okay? And become more humble. So I think it's important, the things that help me, yes, realizing that if I didn't forgive, I was hurting myself. That's a big one, yeah? And come back to present, yes? Don't hurt yourself anymore. What you think of yourself is important. Know what other people think of yourself, yes? Trust more your heart than your mind. live more in the present moment. This is all you have, this present moment. That's it. Okay? So don't waste time, replaying. Don't waste time worrying. Stay present as much as you can. Know that you are not alone. That for me was a big one. I don't have to do it alone. Okay. Be yourself. This is something that my teacher told me when I realized I was going to teach, and I said, I'm not a public speaker, I'm going to go and take classes. And he told me, no, that will take all your naturality. All you have to be is yourself. That is the most important advice I got in this lifetime. All I have to be is myself. So I'm not proving to anybody. I'm not trying for people to like me. I'm not there for them to talk good about me. I'm being myself. Some people like it, some people don't. But I mean, this is me. Yes. It makes your heart happy because you are not hiding. You are being yourself. Okay, not depending on what other people say. It's very important. And for me, it's be yourself, love yourself, trust yourself, believe in yourself. That's it.
Yeah. You are.
Do what you love.
You're
Trust
amazing.
that you can make money. Doing what you love, because you can.
Yes.
You just have to charge.
What
And no chocolate.
better time is
Yeah.
I'll be checking on you, Mama dear.
Yeah. Send her some vibes.
If I kind of get round, you'll know the chocolate.
No, Gina, be sure next time. Yes, you play you have to do the ad for her.
There you go.
Yes, I do. Yes.
For the consultations.
Yes, you're right. But
You tell me.
you are amazing. You are just so.
Thank you. You too, ladies. It was a pleasure. It was really a pleasure. Thank you so much.
It was fun.
I love you. Now you're not doing any talks though because of the COVID or anything like that.
I've been creating some training, zero frequency finding your passion, zero frequency brainstorming 2021, also finding your number one passion. I am creating some things. I've been doing some mini workshops of Ho'oponopono, and soon I think I have to get serious about maybe doing the whole trainings online. I didn't yet, but I've been creating
Zoom.
And I do have some memberships. I do live classes every month. I answer questions and things like that. So I'm out there. So if they go to my page, they will find out.
Awesome. Yes. MabelKatz.com.
Thank you, ladies. You're doing a wonderful job. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I mean, I totally wholeheartedly love you. And
Thank you. Me too, ladies. I really enjoy it very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys, we will see you all next week. We are going to be talking about right here, 10 Terrains of Consciousness. And it's going to be an amazing show, 8 o'clock next week. And tune in then. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. I'm sorry if it seems to be rushed. Like I said, just not used to doing an hour show. Yeah,
that was good. We got a lot of information in there. And if you know anybody who can work with this, who needs this, share the show with them. Share it.
Yeah.
Because I already have 2 people in my mind that I'm like, I'm going to share this show because they need it. I actually had to smack a young gentleman upside the back of the head today because I swore I would, because he's not forgiving himself for things that happened in the past. He's asking for everybody else's forgiveness, but he needs to forgive himself. And I told him that. And I jokingly said, I'll get us, because he's a rather tall young boy. I said, I'll bring my stepladder and smack you upside the back of the head. Well, I went out today and did groceries, and I saw him on my last stop. And I said, come here, bend down. You have to bend down.
She'll get you. She will get you.
They know.
But we do thank you guys for hanging with us. And,
yeah.
And we love you. You know that.
Thanks, JoJo.
Please share the show.
Yep, please do.
And please get that book. You will feel better reading it. It really, really is just a fantastic, easy, quick read. A lot of information. It's going to help you. It so is going to help you. So we are going to say buonanotte for now, and we will see y'all next week.
Bye.
Thank you again for joining us for another episode in the Fox Den. We're here every Thursday evening from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you a variety of guests, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and our Anchor venues. We would love it if you would go to our YouTube channel, The Fox Den with Gina B and Mama D, and please subscribe, share, and definitely hit the notification button to never miss a show. We'll see you all next week, and subscribers, watch for our pop-up shows as well. And there is my banner for advertising, so don't forget about that either. You can contact me. Where am I?
Oh, yes, there we go. Hi.
You can contact me, Gina B, at gbfoxinvestigates@gmail.com.
I'll be talking to you after the show to make mine.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.